I'm Nathaniel Lee,
I'm Isaiah Johnson.
and this is our CST 256 project. Go ahead and register a new user. We won't worry about those things right now. You can go ahead and log in with that user. And this just gives us a basic profile page. And the address was added successfully. We can add a job. Go ahead and add an education. And we added our education properly, so then we can go ahead and add a few skills. So it has all our skills there. We can go ahead and go view the available job posts. So currently there are no jobs matching the skills that I have in the account. So we can go ahead and take a look at all the available jobs. And let's go ahead and apply to Gigabox. Just lets us know that we applied to it. And we can go ahead and go find some affinity groups. And the group's been created. It's got a couple members. Go back to the page of the group and it'll display some of that information. And we can go ahead and check out one of the members of this other group. See their profile page. Go ahead and log out. And log back in as an admin. So we can go ahead and remove that group that we just added. And we can also go ahead and remove that user as well.
Go ahead and show, go back to the job page on your admin.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. We already did that. Yeah, so now you can see that it'll actually show you when there's jobs that match your skills. If you hover over the relevant skills, it'll show you the skills that match. That's what the check marks represent. Yeah, and then the X's represent if that particular skill doesn't match what's on your profile. Go ahead and modify. Did you already modify stuff on the profile page?
I have not modified anything, but we can go ahead and do that real quick. We can go ahead and modify the job history, for example. And so it updated that. You can go ahead and remove a skill. Add a couple skills back in. And that's effectively it for the functionality. Did you want to do the code walkthrough, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me know if I start skipping, because you're kind of skipping on my end.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So this is the job posts page. The first divs that you see, one of them is a notification box. That's what pops up when the user hits the apply button. Right now we don't have functionality that will actually apply the user for the job, so we print out a message telling them that they applied for now. The next thing is the job listing row, and this is going to be the one that contains the jobs matching your skill set. So what it's doing is it's gonna take. Go ahead and go to the job post controller for this one.
All right. With the index.
Yeah, it's going to be an index. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to instantiate a job post business service, and it's going to call it get all jobs. Actually, no, that's not utilized right now. So the next part is actually what's utilized. So the job posts matching skills. If you go up, it's going to call the job post services get jobs matching user skills. Go ahead and go to that method real fast. Right there. Okay, so it's going to start by getting all the job posts, and then it's going to take the user, and then for every job post that was returned by the query, it's going to check to see that at least, where is it? Go down a little bit. Okay, so if there's less than or equal to 5 skills for the job, then all that needs to happen is more than 50% of the skills have to match for them to match up with that job. Otherwise, they just have to match with more than 3 skills. So if there's 10 skills, if they match with 3 of them, then it'll pop that up on the matching jobs. Yeah, that's it for the matching part. Go back to the job posts, the page.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
So this is just printing the stuff. If you see right here, the div where we're doing a for each for the job skills, we're going through the user skills for every job skill, and if they match, then we're setting a PHP variable equal to skill match to true, and then after that for loop, we check to see if the skill match is true or not, and if it is, that's why we'll print the check mark, and if it's not true, then we'll print out that X. Keep going down. The last thing is, okay, so we got search for jobs, and all we have after that is another row that contains the search bar and then the search button. When the search button is pressed, if you go down to the script, down the bottom, that's going to call the get search results, or it's going to call the button it's going to call a click function for the search button, and then it'll call it get search results with the search term, which is the value of the string that was put into that input, and it'll call the search jobs route, which routes to the controller's search job posts. That is going to call the job post business services search for job posts, and then that's going to pass the search term into the function, and all that's going to do is call the job DAO, the job post DAO's find by search term, so it passes that search term to that, and then right here we're just selecting all of the jobs where the search term matches anything from company, job title, description, city, state, or the zip code, and it'll pass back an associative array back to the business service, and then we instantiate a job post model for each one, for each result, and then pass that entire array back to the controller. And then we just pass that array, so this part's kind of tricky. So we store that into a variable called data, we give it the user, and we give it the match jobs. We create a view, so when we do view partial views.job search results, we're giving it the data, and then we're calling render. And what render does is it turns that view into a string. So it'll basically turn it into HTML. So that'll get passed back to the Ajax if you go back to the job posts page. And then as you can see right here, on success, we are calling the job search div's HTML function, and we're going to give it that data. So what that's going to do is it's going to set the job search div basically equal to the view that was passed back to Ajax. And then that'll, if you go to the, find the partial page real fast. It should be in partial views. Oh, did you pull that? You might have to refresh. Because it should be in the views folder.
There we go.
So in partial views, here's our job search results page. Right there. So it's basically doing the same thing as the matching jobs. It's the same format as the matching jobs, except it is a row that contains columns that will wrap. And if you go down to the script again, here's where we say if the apply button's hit, we'll change it to applied, we'll make it disabled, and then we will send them we'll open up that notification box telling them what job they applied for. I think, did you show searching for jobs?
Not yet. We can go ahead and do that real quick.
Yeah, show that off real fast.
Okay, so we got jobs in Florida. So we can go ahead and search by that. So it just brings up all the jobs that are available in Florida.
Yeah, so that pulls up everything in Florida. Okay. And then we added a little loading circle for when you're trying to search. You scroll down a little bit. Yeah, okay, so try it again. So do the search again. You should be able to see that little circle that pops up.
There you go. It's right down at the bottom.
Pop up as it's loading. That's using Ajax. It's the before send function, I guess we call it. And we're just that image is a GIF that is loaded before the Ajax gets the results back. So it's basically just letting you know that it's loading those results for you. I think that's it for functionality, right? And we went over the code. So.
Yep.
Good.
Awesome.